We rocking with a new setup. I'm not 100% sure how I like the lighting in this video. If it looks really bad in the video, I'm sorry. And if it looks really bad, I won't film here again. Today we're going to be talking about a subject that is very near and dear to my heart. I love it with all my heart. It's music. I feel like music is such a vital aspect of my life, and I'm so excited that I get to make a video on it. I'm going to be kind of talking about my personal music taste and, you know, how it got to be there and all that fun stuff, and talking about how my One Direction... I truly believe that there is some correlation between my One Direction phase and my emo phase, okay? I believe that there is a center link, and I do believe that that center link is 5 Seconds of Summer, but we're gonna get into it later. And then I'm gonna show you my vinyl collection. For those of you who don't know, hi. I am a songwriter. My best friend is an amazingly talented singer, and we co-write all of her music. And I love it. So obviously music is a gigantic part of my life, but more than that, I grew up in like a music loving household, you know what I mean? Like my dad has been blasting music since I can remember. And like I was like 8 years old and moshing to Metallica. A lot of my music taste now, I think, was definitely kind of shaped by the music I listened to as a child, because, you know, we listened to like The Wiggles and like, man, I don't know. We kind of just listened to The Wiggles. It was either The Wiggles or it was like heavy metal and rock. And I loved it. It was great. It was, you know, at least I had a good music taste as a kid. Then we kind of got into boy band crazy. I feel like if you're around the same age as me, I'm 20. I'm not sure how big the window was for this like boy band craze, but also hello. Hope you enjoy. The boy band craze. I'm gonna say that in quotation marks because really it was just One Direction. That was my shit. for like 5 years, that was my personality. I just loved One Direction. I went to go see them twice on the tours when Five Sauce opened for them. Not to brag. That was the first, I feel like, band that I latched onto that wasn't like shown to me. Boy bands still will forever have that place in my heart. Like I still, you know, I'm still gonna listen. Like if somebody puts on One Direction, I'm still gonna party. If someone puts on the old 5 Seconds of Summer, I'm gonna start thrashing. My elementary school years were taken up by boy bands, and then we get into middle school, and you are going to see some middle school influences in my vinyl collection. I was emo in middle school. Yeah, I listened to a lot. I listened to almost exclusively pop punk for my entire 4 years of middle school, and I'll still listen to it now. I mean, like, I feel like I went through all these, like, musical phases in my life, and now I'm just like, I will listen to whatever. Like, I will listen to whatever phase of my life I want to. But yeah, middle school, I was heavily emo. I don't remember any specific bands that really stood out to me that I really loved besides Panic at the Disco. Like, if I were to choose one band for each phase of my life, childhood would be One Direction, middle school would be Panic at the Disco, high school would be... I don't even know. High school is when I started to get into theater. So I listened to a lot of show tunes. That is the one phase of my life that I really cannot listen to music from anymore. So my music taste now is kind of, I feel like, an amalgamation of all the different points in my life. If you ask me what my favorite band is, it's a difficult question because I feel like it's a tie between Boy Genius and Paramore. Like, really, truly, I don't think I could choose one over the other. A very, very, very close third is Vista Kicks, who, I don't want to be presumptuous when I say this, but genuinely, if anybody knows who they are, I would be surprised. Please, I just need to talk to somebody about this band. They were my favorite band for a very long time. And then they broke up. So, anyways, now let's get into the vinyl portion of the video. Okay, I have a feeling that this portion of the video is what's going to take up the most time because I love all these albums so... If you see me, like, reaching off screens because they're just right here, but I love all these albums so much. So, we're going to start in this... I got 2 stacks. Please don't come to me to know how to store your records, but what I've learned is that there needs to be, like, a little anti-cling sleeve that holds the record, and then an outer sleeve that holds everything. And if you see some of these records are not packaged like this, mind your business. It's because I can't find the outer sleeves and inner sleeves. Or I just recently got them and I haven't had the chance to kind of, like, you know, prepare them. But yeah, we're gonna start with Mr. Bowie. This is Aladdin Sane by David Bowie. I don't really have much to say about this album. I feel like, okay, how I feel about David Bowie, right? You know that friend that you have that you never reach out to, but you know that, like, they're always going to be there if you want to talk? That's how I feel about David Bowie. I don't ever find myself like, oh my god, I should listen to David Bowie. It's just that he's on a lot of my playlists. And when it comes on, I'm like, oh! Like, when David Bowie comes on, I pop. I'm not sure what I pop, but it's popping. Next we have, this is one of the first records I ever, like, asked for and got. And it was right when it came out. So, I was gonna say this is pretty old. It's not really that old. Billie Eilish's debut album. I have it on the, what would you call this? Like a orange dreamsicle kind of color. And I have the hype sticker taped on because I like to keep those. I do really like this album, but I have to be in a specific mood to play it. Next, I think we're getting into pop punk. Oh, we're getting into pop punk. I feel like I don't have to explain this one. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't have to explain this one. And if you have never experienced Heavy Dirty Soul on a record player, I apologize. We are getting into a very specific part of my life. 2015 is just how I'm gonna describe this next phase of my life. Even though it was longer than just a year, 2015. That was just, I was 13. Oh my god. Sorry, just... This next phase of my musical life that we're entering, I still go back to all the time. I feel like I don't have to explain this. If you don't know what this album is, this is The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. Just get a good look. Just get a good shot of that cover art. 13-year-old me was foaming at the mouth. Foaming at the mouth for this album. You want to talk about albums that defined, 21 Pilots, yeah, sure, defined my 2015 experience. You want to talk about albums that defined the entirety of middle school for me? It's this one. I cannot explain to you. I was like 14 years old listening to like the sharpest lives. And I was like, this is like, life is pain and suffering. And I literally, I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, life is so like hard and like nothing ever goes right. And like, girl, you're 14. Like, literally, please go study for your math test. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a job. You don't have a car or gas to pay for. Like, quite literally, put your earbuds in, listen to this album, and study for your math test. Next, I have Revolution Radio by Green Day. Not my only Green Day record. I also have Dookie, of course. These two albums were kind of like the end. It was kind of me like getting out of emo and more just kind of into pop punk. This was definitely like a huge stepping stone. I don't know how we got where we are, but this was kind of like this was my transition period from middle school to high school. Next we have Panic at the Disco's entire discography, minus A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, which is my favorite album that they've ever put out. I just can't find a copy of it. I did see one at Barnes & Noble, went back, tried to get it, and it was gone. And I also don't have Viva Las Vengeance, because that's not Panic at the Disco, that's just Brendan Urie, which that could also be argued for this album. And I would say yes. Okay, I don't know exactly what year this came out, but I believe it was like right after my emo phase ended, but I still listen to Panic at the Disco to this day. It's just, mostly not this album. It is mostly not this album either. It's Fever and Vices and Virtues that I listen to the most. I also have Death of a Bachelor. I was gonna say we're getting out of emo, but not really, but kind of. I have a list of perfect albums, and this is on it, and it is very high up. I truly believe that this is a perfect album. I can't explain to you what happened when I listened to this album for the first time, and ever since I heard it for the first time, I was like, oh my God, I need it on vinyl, I need it on vinyl, I need it on vinyl. And I couldn't find it anywhere. And I really wanted like a limited edition run or like a cool pressing of it. When a couple of my friends and I went to go see Boy Genius, like, I don't know, like a few months, I don't remember how long ago it was that we went to go see Boy Genius, but we went into Urban Outfitters because we don't have one where we live. And I found this, and it is on, hold, it is on this, like, coral vinyl. It is gorgeous. I need to move on because I can't explain how much I love this album. This is kind of, like, consistently playing in my room. I just got this. It is the Tangled soundtrack, but it is the, like, limited edition, like, princess vinyl. They did, like, special edition princess vinyls. Yeah, you literally need to get into this. I saw that and I immediately bought it. Like, I saw that and I was like, okay. I'm pretty sure I saw a TikTok about it of somebody, like, unboxing theirs from a few months ago. And, like, so quick I ordered it. I love this movie. I've never met someone who doesn't like this movie. And if you don't like this movie, then you're lying and you just want attention. Next is, for those of you who do not know Sammy Ray and the Friends, you need to get into Sammy Ray and the Friends. Oh my God. I have been following this band for a couple years now. I went to go see them last year, and it was like one of the best energies I have ever felt at a concert. Like, they were just like family on stage, and you could tell, and like their love for each other just kind of like exuded. It was such like a welcoming experience. It was the safest I have ever felt at a concert, because like it was just everybody there was either queer or an ally, and it was just such a nice, like, it was the nicest concert experience. And the front person's vocals, I mean, they're very inspired by jazz, and that's what I kind of like. It's like, if I were to describe this band, it would be, I don't even want to say jazz pop, because I just mean pop in the like fun, dancey kind of way. Please, 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 please do yourself a favor, and if you do not know who Sammy Ray and the Friends are, please check them out. It's got like a bunch of pictures from the tour, and it's so cute. And these are pictures from the tour that I went to, and it is signed. Humble brag. I could talk for hours on this band, and I will, but I'll save you for now. Oh my god! This was hiding. I was wondering where it is. For my Panic! At the Disco collection, I do have Pretty Odd. I didn't show it. It's right here. We're getting into, like, my favorite section of the records. This is, for those of y'all who don't know, if you don't know, I have a bone to pick. It's Punisher. I am a farb. In every sense of the word, I am a farb. If she releases it, I will listen. And whether that's in solo work, whether that's in Boy Genius, I'll be listening. The new Boy Genius EP comes out in like a couple weeks. I don't even want to talk about it. Anyways, okay, I can't talk about it. Okay. This is another perfect album. This is another album I have on my perfect album list. It's so hard. I feel like this video is going to be so weird to watch because it's so hard for me to put what these albums mean to me in words because music is that big of a part of my life. I would say that we're going to stop, but my next record is The Record. And if you're asking if I pre-ordered the rest in the like limited edition vinyl, I absolutely did. So this is The Record, Boy Genius's debut album. It is another perfect album for me. Perfect. I'm trying to think of, back when like the cop shows and the med shows were running rampant on like cable television, and they used to do crossover episodes where like a few characters from each of the series, like they would go into the other series and you'd be like, oh my god, because you watch them all at the same time. That's what this feels like to me. That's what Boy Genius feels like to me. It feels like the best crossover episode in history. That is what this band feels like to me. It is 3 amazingly talented artists that are just like, oh yeah, sure, we'll start a band. And I eat it up, and I am going to go to every single tour they ever do, and I'm going to have every single piece of merch that they've ever released. And I'm going to have every single record and CD, and I'm going to probably buy it on iTunes even though I don't even use it. And can you even buy music on iTunes anymore? Is it Apple Music now? I don't really know. I've been using Spotify for like a decade. I feel like I don't even need to tell you to listen to this album, because I feel like if you stumbled across my channel, we need to have at least something in common. And that, by proxy, means if you want to know what my personality is, look, Twilight, One Direction, Boy Genius. It is on fun, funky colored vinyl. Just so you know. It's like orange, and it's kind of like marbled. We'll do another preview. I have Stranger in the Alps. Of course I have Stranger in the Alps. I also want to get, I don't know if they made Copycat Killer on vinyl, but if they did, I'm gonna need to have it. Phoebe's one of those artists, which, like I said before, if she releases it, I'm gonna listen. But she's also one of those artists that, like, I am so excited for her next project because I know that it's gonna be good. Everything she puts out, I know that I'm gonna enjoy. And it's not because, like, oh, I love her, I'm gonna, like everything she does, I'm gonna like put her on a pedestal. I don't idolize her as a person, but I very much look up to her as an artist. Next, we've got Taylor. And this, I only have 2 Taylor records up here right now because my mom is a big Taylor Swift fan. And she likes to have records downstairs. So my copy of Evermore, I have the green copy of Evermore and Speak Now Taylor's version, the one from her website and the one from Target. Those are both downstairs so my mom can listen to them. I have Midnights, I have the Moonstone Blue vinyl. I just have one of them because, I don't know, I didn't feel like I needed all 4 variants. My relationship with Miss Swift, it's interesting. I don't know that I would ever call myself a Swiftie. I am a Taylor Swift fan. But I feel like Swifties, like, that is dedication. That is work. You are putting in work. You are putting in a dedication. And I have so many other artists that I like to listen to. And I'm not saying that when you're a Swiftie, you can only listen to Taylor Swift. But I'm kind of like a casual enjoyer of Taylor Swift. Like, I will enjoy what she puts out. And I did go to the Eras Tour, and I'm going to the Eras Tour again. Right now, I just have Speak Now, OG Speak Now, and Midnights. Or sorry, what do they call it? Stolen version. Speak Now Stolen. And Midnights, but I have more downstairs. Okay, we're on to my last 3. I think you just saw a sneak peek of... Okay. This is... I believe the only record that Vistakix came out with. And I bought it. It's Chateau Meme. It's when Vistakix collabed with Audra May. And yeah, this album is good. Like I said, if you haven't... I don't think I said that. I think I said that about Sammy Ray. If you haven't listened to Vistakix, I would give them a try. This album, it's got the little, like, pan here with the egg. And the record... It looks like a fried egg, which I think is so clever. I love that so much. I didn't know that when I ordered it, and I opened it up, and it was so, like, that is so clever. Next, I have this. There is a sleeve in here. Don't forget. So it's got, like, a wolf on one side and vampire lips on the other. I wonder if you could tell what this is. A wolf? Vampire? You probably already read the front cover. This is like a collection of music from the Twilight Saga. Except nothing from Eclipse or Breaking Dawn Part 2. But I don't know what the word I'm trying to look for is, but there aren't any words. It's like the, God, I can't remember the word that I'm trying to look for. We're going to move on to the last record in my collection. It is the Barbie movie soundtrack. And literally, like, I can't talk about this soundtrack. Yeah. You can see it better on this side. Yeah. Uh-huh. It is... Look at this. I do want to hang it up on my wall. I've thought about it. This movie... I can't talk about this movie without crying. I'll be honest. I can't talk about this movie without crying. This movie is amazing. And the soundtrack to go along with it, yeah, okay, yeah, That's the end of my vinyl collection. It is still growing. I'm still on the hunt for a few of the records. I want to get the Boy Genius's first EP. I want to get anything Clairo. I don't have any Clairo records, and I love Clairo. I would really like to get the, all the soundtracks from all the Twilight movies. I want to get every One Direction album on vinyl. What else? The soundtrack from the 2005 version of Pride and Prejudice, which is my favorite movie. Any Bruno Major album on vinyl. Literally any of them. All of them. I Bruno Major is such a comfort artist to me. I just love his voice, and it's just... And then on October 6th, oh my god, that's soon. So in 2 days, there's gonna be a new Punisher variant, which is I don't remember what it's called, but it looks a lot like the Coke bottle color for a vinyl. There's gonna be a new variant at Target, and I want to get my hands on that so bad. I was not able to get a pre-sale or a pre-order, but fingers crossed that I'm gonna be able to get it on October 6th. My big camera battery died, so we're finishing the rest of the video like this. This was a fun video. I don't know, I hope it's gonna be as fun to watch as it was to film. I'd like to do this with other facets of my life that I enjoy, I really enjoy reading, so I'd like to do a book about, I'd like to do a video about my favorite books and stuff like that, and movies and TV, because that is also a very important part. I'm treating these next few videos kind of as a get to know me, because, my channel is slowly growing, so I just kind of want these here as a hey, an introduction, you know what I mean? Because my first couple of videos were all vlogs of me going on trips, and I never really introduced myself. So that's kind of what these videos are serving as. I've been really busy this week, so I'm gonna go edit these and post them.